Hello everyone, welcome on back to Hutan Pantai. Alright, so I think we'll probably get a worker doing this field first. I do have one thing I gotta sell. Not much, just one small thing. Well, mainly just the slurry, because I did have to rent one of the tanks, because it filled up within the couple of months that we advanced. Pretty sure the tank itself is actually full too. But I figured, you know, the amount that I would spend on the couple months I think this was rented would probably be better than the Buffalo being full on slurry for multiple months on end. Yeah, I kept them fed during the period, you know, a couple of months there, and then we do have that big field over here to do the soybean harvest in. So we'll be doing that after the long grain rice. It'll likely be a fairly long last episode, is my guess, much like they usually are when you go to sell everything. Because there'll be multiple pit stops. I'll try to, honestly, we could probably sell a lot of it this winter. But there's going to be some things that kind of just drag over into next year. Mainly because no matter what, we gotta go to like June for soybeans to be sold. So, and the long grain rice, that production's gonna be full for a while. Because I think there's still a couple thousand liters in there, and we're gonna fill it up again. So that'll take a little while to advance and, you know, get everything ran through there. I haven't quite looked at how many it'll be, but I'll have a fairly good idea which months I'll, you know, take a pit stop in. Like I've always done in the past, I'll usually have 2, maybe 3 months where we'll sell everything in. And I'll just try to figure out what months most products are good in or are going to be at a fairly decent price. It allows us not to have to go, oh, we'll sell this in June, then this in July, then this in August. You know, so on and so forth. We don't have to go to month. It's just, use your 3 months. These are the things we're selling. Obviously, you don't want to place bets on end amounts. Be my guest. I'm really not sure on this one. I think Riverbend is probably going to be higher than this. Which is kind of surprising. Because on Riverbend, I started with less money and worse equipment. But, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I mean, it did take us a while to do Buffalo, water buffalo, which I'm sure probably affected it. But, yeah, like the amounts in here are not nearly crazy high as it is there. Still a good amount, but 207, almost $300,000 of lettuce, which that'll be sold like February, I think, and we'll try to do farmers market because I'm pretty sure we'll get an extra bonus on top of that. Yeah, I'll still have to try to figure out, you know, like I said, months to sell things in. I'm guessing at least we'll probably take a stop in this February because we'll want to sell all of the lettuce. Because otherwise it's going to be too much. And then I would think June, soybeans. Then we'll have to take a look. Because like Buffalo mozzarella, I'm not quite sure when that would be. Could sell it January, February time. Most products are sold like January. But eggs are that outlier that gets sold in November. There we go. Got that done. Almost $7,000 a slurry. We shouldn't need that again, I don't think. I think I'll pick it up and I'll bring it back, actually. I might try to keep the water buffalo going as much as I can. Because, you know, maybe I'll sell some mozzarella this winter alongside lettuce, but I think if we keep them going another year, that's quite a bit of money. I would hate to just sell them like that. And we'll likely would need this eventually anyways. I did notice in Riverbend as well as Hutan, this is on the 1.6 update, all the animals show their productivity 0%. I'm not quite sure why. I am 99.9% sure they did not run out of food when I was advancing the months, so I'm not quite sure where they would have lost that at. That's just something I noticed. I'll have to keep an eye on it, make sure they're still producing at a good level, but yeah, I think there was sorghum or something I was going to possibly sell this month. Depending on price. And more likely, you know, pit stops might be in like January, February, so it might have another chance of being a good price at some point. Let's take a look. I think it was sorghum. Yep. That's a pretty good price. That is a pretty dang good price. We can probably sell it now. So we'll have to probably load up the sorghum and get that sold as well. I can get the combine moved over to another long grain rice field. So we're still making progress on the harvests, because it is the final harvest. We'll be doing all those today. Final 4 in total. Oh, they're probably already full. I think I filled them up off camera. What the heck? I thought they said they completed this. Are you sure about that? I'm pretty dang sure it came up saying it was completed. I am not sure what they were talking about. They left quite a bit, to be honest. Couple thousand liters worth. Yeah, like that production will take quite a while to actually run out of this. So I'm guessing, you know, hopefully within the next year it's ran out. But yeah, I think end total for this, I'm going to put at 1.5. It's hard to say because we do have, you know, decent amount of things to sell, because we did place a lot more barns here and greenhouses. We have a decent amount of stuff there to sell. We bought 3-4 fields. I think we bought that one down there. Pretty sure. I'll have to double check. I'm pretty sure we bought it. And now this was going to Grain Harbor, right? I suppose it's not in there. I took it all out of there, so. Sorghum. Yeah. Well, grain, Harbor Grain Elevator, which is not too far away. It's just basically through the town. Well, we can head that way, and I'm sure by the time we get this all sold, come back, I'll probably bring this trailer over to the soybean field. We'll probably have one field left to do for long grain rice. But yeah, obviously, the rule for me is always anything that I started with, I don't sell. So if there's any tractors, equipment, barns, any of that stuff, fields, I don't generally sell them. It's always been a rule of mine, I guess, for basically every series, actually. I don't think I've did it any differently at any other points. So I'll have to verify, obviously, which ones we started with, which ones we didn't. Especially here, because I know I started with, I think, I know an extra piece of land. Was there 2? I don't remember, so just to be safe. Let's go and double check. I think in the end we have, what, like 10 collectibles left? Well, still a decent amount, but I certainly have not seen them in quite a while. I would almost doubt we find any more at this point. We likely won't be going to different places to sell things. It's going to be the usual places that we've been numerous times already. I want to see how this did. It's better. It's better. Oh, that's $46,500 for that. So I'll go and get this brought over to the soybean field, because that's where this trailer will be used at. Then we can finish out the long grain rice harvest. Get all those done and put into the production. Alright, so let's go and get this last field done. Try not to hit the header too many times on the rocks. It's been kind of fun doing these harvests in the rice paddy fields with the bigger header, because it slows down the combine when the header is too far on the lip, because obviously there's a lip to contain the water. Yeah, it's great, because I know I was cleaning up this field up here and I was like, wow, I didn't notice it so much on the smaller combine, but you notice it a lot more on a much wider header like this. Feels like these fields have yielded better than normal, but I might just be imagining things. It's been a little bit since I've probably actually did some of the harvests for these fields. Usually it's kind of one of those things we'll be doing other activities and we'll kind of just have a worker move slowly through the fields. I'll have to check how much is currently in that production. Hopefully it'll run out everything that'll be in there within the next year. We won't be adding anything though. And usually these harvests, I think it's a 4 or 5 month growth time. No, it's like 5 or 6. It's somewhere in there. So we're not adding any though in that period. So it probably will run out. I'm pretty sure, did I get the sawmill and stuff? Yep, sawmill has been unrented. I sold every, contents that were in the sawmill. Now, of course, I'll have to, I'm assuming, I'll double check since it's been a new update. Put this on the flatbed trailer, the header. I'm assuming it's going to glitch out if I try the header trailer. I'm going to try it again. It's been a little bit. So let's take a look. Oh, that's a decent amount in there. Be well over 10,000 liters it's going to have to run through. And it's, let's see, just rice rolls. 24 cycles. Doing 60 liters. So it's almost 1,500 liters a month it'll run through. Which would mean this is just over a year. It's probably 13 months worth. So it'll probably finish basically the very last month, but which is fine. It'll line up's pretty good then. I suppose I kind of put this, you know, away in a sense because I was like, well, I'm probably not going to use it. I'll get it pulled out and then I'll try it. We'll see. We'll see. I don't remember it mentioning anything about this, but because I did read the patch notes. I know the train is still not working. Just saw that in Riverbend. Well, some things never change. Now the problem is, how do I get that off? I mean, it might still travel down the road like that. Because it's on there, just not on there, per se. Yeah, it'll still travel, it's just... It doesn't, like, it centers it correctly, almost. It's almost worse to drive down the road like this, though. So you gotta account for it being on the side. And not on top of the other trailer where it's supposed to go. But you can see bumps and everything, it still stays there. It's just... It just seems like it's set wrong, almost. Alright, well, here we are. We'll try to get this header off. I'll probably have to use super strength as my guess, though. I highly doubt it's gonna come off any other way. I'll see if I can pick it up some way. Or maybe I'll have to try to... Might just have to reset it, honestly. Like I said, it's on there. It just really doesn't want to come off now. Alright, so let's try to not hit the sign. Well, there's rocks there too. Oh, I hit a different sign instead. I mean, that's not as bad, right? We've hit so many of those signs, they should just be used to it, right? Alright, so let's get steering assist. I kind of want to do 2 lines around. And offset. No, work direction. That's what I want. I think it's 90 or 95 or something is where... Yeah, it's more of a straight line. It looks like everything took. That was mentioned in the patch notes, how they were working on that, but never can be too certain. Yeah, we'll see. This is the final harvest of Hutan. Unless we have a field that I'm not aware of. Is the final harvest. Our largest field, one of the last fields we bought. Not quite the last. Because we bought that grass field just recently. It was potatoes at the time, but still quite a large field to end things off on. My biggest worry is that not everything will fit into the trailer. But I think we did sorghum in here, and that was fine. That wasn't fully, like, limed, I don't think, though, so... You know, a little bit of a negative effect with that, but... Well, I think I'll just probably just go ahead and start a time lapse for this. We'll get this all finished out. So I'll talk to everyone once the time lapse is done.
Millions of people live for the night, chasing a feeling just for a high. And when I was all alone, I found you. Millions of people can't get it right, waiting for someone all of their life. And when I was getting lost, I found you. When the night turns to day and the moon starts to fade, will you be there? Will you be there? When the sky starts to rain, will you run? Will you stay? Will you be there? Or will you be there? Right when the love runs out, world turning upside down. Not gonna let you go, keep you close. Thousands are in the crowd, minutes are counting down. Promise that you won't go. Right when the love runs out. Right when the love runs out. Millions of people look for the light, dancing around like stars in the sky. And when I was in the dark, I found you.
Alright, so we're on the final strip of the soybean harvest. Well, likely last strip. There might be a little mist. But still, it is, this is the last harvest. It's weird to think that we're basically there, but, we are. We are. But, like I said, Survival Challenge will likely be replacing this, which, as in likely, it will be. I just gotta finish, some setting up stuff for that, but otherwise it should be good to go. So, have new series to look forward to. Coming really soon. Like, really soon. Well, this will easily fit into the trailer. That was my biggest worry, but didn't feel like we got as much yield from this as I kind of expected. I thought the field would be about the same size as the larger field we have on Riverbend. But now that I'm really thinking about it, I think it's smaller. I think it is. Probably a decent amount of the way it looks like, too. I'm pretty sure this is the same trailer between both series, and yeah, it's definitely a lot less soybeans. I think we had 99% full there versus, 75? So quite a large difference, really. I'll likely just park this over here, because this will be sold next time. I'll try to get some, equipment and stuff over here, because we'll be selling anything that we don't desperately need. In the finale, which is mainly just stuff to sell with, will likely just be sold. But, we really only need one tractor and 2 trailers to sell stuff. Not a ton. So, well, still 28,500 liters, so not too bad. I can't complain. They'll still be, pretty penny. Over 100,000, I'm guessing. Well, we can get it unloaded into the silo, though. But it should be a pretty good amount. Kind of figured it would be more. That played into my guess of the 1.5 mil area for ending. was how much we'd get from this, and it's less than what I thought. But I do have to keep in mind we have a lot of lettuce that will be sold. We have what, $300,000 worth this time, and I'll try to keep those running, you know, in the background when we're going through the months to sell things. So we'll likely get another 300,000 worth. So there is a lot of money there. Obviously, buildings, land. I mean, all of a sudden, maybe 1.5 is a little low. Especially if we sell it at farmer's market. I think that's an extra 20%. Let's take a look-see here. So soybeans, oh, we already had some in there. So up to $173,000 worth. So quite a bit. Quite a bit. So yeah, like I said, a ton of different things to be sold next time. Between the mushrooms, lettuce, honey will get sold actually. The barley will get sold eventually in there as well. Eggs, all that stuff. All that stuff will be sold. Quite a bit. Quite a bit. I'm debating if maybe, is there low loaders? Curious how much those are to rent, and maybe renting one. I'm curious if it would be worth trying to rent one of these with a dolly. Because that would, how much would this lease be? 3,000. Because we could get a lot of stuff sold with that. And a dolly. I have to find a dolly now. Miscellaneous? Oh, there we go. That's not too terribly bad. So I might do that. I might. Otherwise, it's going to take at least 2 trips with our trailer to do like the lettuce and stuff. So we'll see. I'll make that decision, you know, off camera when I'm probably advancing maybe 1 month. No, be like 2 months. We'll sell the lettuce and then we'll keep going. I'll keep piling up everything else like outside of the lettuce just because we have so many pallets of it. I know in 22 there's a limit to how many pallets you could have spawned, so I'm assuming there's a limit in 25. I just don't want to hit that limit. We can sell it, and then, you know, everything else we're not making a ton of pallets from them, so. Anyways, that is everything for today. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.